Hey there, and welcome to another one of our Brexit Explained videos. This is only a quick video, so here's only a quick plug. How about you follow us on Instagram? Why? Because we post a bunch of hopefully interesting stuff. We're at TLDR News UK. Okay, plug over. So yesterday, the Inner House of the Court of Session in Edinburgh, the highest court in Scotland, led by Lord Calloway, Scotland's most senior judge, unanimously ruled Johnson's prorogation to be quote-unquote unlawful. This came as a bit of a surprise because earlier this month, both the outer house of the same court and an English court ruled in the opposite way, declaring the prorogation lawful. So why did these three Scottish judges disagree? Well, they'll give their own reasoning in full on Friday, so watch out for that. But essentially, they said that it's because, and I quote, the prorogation had the purpose of stymieing Parliament. They said that the circumstances, particularly the length of the prorogation, showed that the purpose was to prevent such scrutiny. This is a pretty big claim, because it implies that they believe Boris was lying when he said that the prorogation was simply for a Queen's speech. While all you wily politicos keeping up with the Westminster gossip probably thought that it was a lie the second he said it, for a court to rule that the Prime Minister lied to the Queen is a pretty big deal. Because of all of this, they declared that the court will accordingly make an order declaring that the Prime Minister's advice to Her Majesty the Queen and the prorogation which followed thereon was unlawful and thus is null and of no effect. Despite some of the language used, there's been some ambiguity over what exactly this means. It certainly sounds like it means that there's no prorogation, so Parliament should return immediately, and this is how some have interpreted it. According to Jolly Gum Morham, whose Good Law project funded the legal challenge, unless the Supreme Court grants an order in the meantime, which it hasn't done yet, Parliament is unsuspended with immediate effect. However, the government is arguing that this ruling isn't final, because there's a Supreme Court ruling on Tuesday the 17th of September, and according to them, everyone should just wait for that. Basically, as with all of these weird funky constitutional matters, no one's quite sure what happens now. But hopefully, all of this will be cleared up when the Supreme Court gives its final verdict on Tuesday. On that note, those of you who are hoping that the courts would find the prorogation unlawful shouldn't get your hopes up just yet. There's a good chance that the Supreme Court gives a different verdict to the Scottish Court, thanks to the difference between Scottish and English understandings of constitutional law. This is because the English constitutional law has in large part been defined by the work of A.V. Dicey, who believed that courts should basically stay out of all parliamentary matters. This is actually why the legal action started in Scotland, because campaigners knew that Scottish judges would be more likely to agree with them. So there's no guarantee that the Supreme Court will agree with the Scottish Court's decision. But who knows? I guess we'll just have to wait and find out on Tuesday. As we were just saying, this isn't a cut and dry issue, with more developments set to emerge in the coming days. To make sure you stay up to date, subscribe to us on YouTube, and hit the bell icon to be notified every time we release a video. Also, if you want more from TLDR News, you can follow us across all social networks, simply by searching for TLDR News. And finally, if you want your name listed at the end of the videos, just like these people, then be sure to back us on Patreon. There's a link to that in the description.